Okay, so in this video we're going to be looking at how to find the perimeter of rectilinear figures. But before we do that, I want you to work on these recap questions. So you should have printed out the worksheet already. Work on question A, B, and C. Right, so you should have paused the video and now you've finished these questions. So conversion chart for length, we've got kilometers to meters to centimeters to millimeters. When we convert these, we draw the arrows in a clockwise direction. And at the top we've got times, and at the bottom we've got divide. So 1,000 meters in a kilometer, 100 centimeters in a meter, 10 millimeters in a centimeter. Okay, and that's it. Okay, question B. We're going to convert 53,709.4 millimeters into kilometers. So millimeters into kilometers, we need to follow the arrow. So we need to divide by 10, 100, and 1,000. So we've got 53709.4 divided by 10, 100, and 1,000. Which means we're going to move the decimal to the left once, 3 times, 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put a 0 in the empty spot. So the answer is 0.0537094 kilometers. Okay, in question C, we've got 5,486.1 millimeters plus 90.7 centimeters is equal to how many meters? So we need to convert each of these into meters. So 5486.1, we need to divide that by 10 to turn it into centimeters, and by 100 to turn that into meters. So we're moving left 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 5.4861 meters. The 90.7 centimeters, to convert that into meters, we need to divide that by 100, which means we're just moving it left twice. 1, 2. 0.907 meters. And now we can just add them together, because the question says to add them. So when we add them together, we'll just put a 0 in there. Let me just line that up nicely. 1, 13, 9, 13, 6. 6.3931 meters. Okay, so today we're going to have a look at how to find the perimeter of rectilinear figures. So by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to do these 3 things. Define perimeter and rectilinear, calculate the perimeter of shapes, and find the length of a missing side given the perimeter. So that's working backwards. So let's have a look at the first one, defining perimeter and rectilinear. The perimeter of a shape is the total distance around the outside, very important, is outside of a 2D shape. Okay, and because this is a distance, it's a length, units, I can say can be millimeters, centimeters, meters, kilometers. Alright, so here we've got draw the diagram below and highlight the perimeter of the shape. You've already printed this out in your worksheets, unless if you're copying these notes down into your workbook, then I'll get you to draw the diagram. But we're going to highlight the perimeter of the shape, and we know that the perimeter is the outside of the shape. So that's just that bit. we do not include this line in the middle because it's not on the outside. Okay, so the perimeter, we can see here that that's 5, so this has to be 5 as well. This one's 3, so this one's also 3. So the perimeter is just 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3, which is 16 centimeters because all of these are in centimeters. Okay, so perimeter is 16 centimeters. Right. Rectilinear figures are just shapes that have straight sides only. Okay, so it's not just rectangles. Okay, as long as the shape has only straight sides, so not a circle, not a semicircle, not an oval, not an ellipse, as long as they have only straight sides, it's considered a rectilinear figure. So I want you to pause the video and write down as many rectilinear figures as you can, and then I'll just put a whole bunch up. Okay, so here's a list that I've prepared. Of course, there's a lot more rectilinear figures, but these are the ones that I've just jotted down. Okay, now I want you to pause the video again. Draw a rectilinear figure with 9 sides. Okay, so here is one that I prepared. Yours might be different. It doesn't really matter as long as all the sides are straight, and there are 9 sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 sides, so it's all good. Alright, so now we know how to calculate, we know what perimeter and rectilinear is. Let's have a look at how to calculate the perimeter of rectilinear shapes. So to find the perimeter of a shape, all we have to do is add all the sides on the outside. Of the 2D shape. Okay, so let's have a look at a few examples. We're going to find the perimeter of these shapes. Now, here, these 2 lines indicate that this side is equal in length to this side because that side also has 2 lines. Therefore, this top side is also 5 centimeters. So the perimeter of this is just 5 plus 5 plus 3, which is 13 centimeters. Question B. This one's a little bit trickier because there's a side missing. We don't know how long this one is. But what we do know is that if we were to push this 3 meter side down here, then this entire length is going to be exactly the same as this one. Therefore, that bottom length is 3 plus 5 meters, so it's 8 meters. Now that we know that, we can work out the perimeter of this, which is 3 plus 5 plus 2 plus 8 plus 6, which is equivalent to 24 meters. Okay, so now we're going to have a look at some of these ones. See if you can have a go with these ones yourselves. Just pause the video, and when you're ready, you can just continue to play the video and check your answers. So, here we can see that this plus this plus that plus that plus that plus that will actually equal to the entire length of that, which is 20. So let me write that like this, from here to here. But we can also see that this length plus this plus each of these ones, all of those will equal to 15 millimeters. Okay. So for example, if we were to push this one out, push that one out, this one, and this one, and this one, it's going to be that entire length is the same as this. Okay, and same with the other way. As a result, the perimeter is equal to 20 plus 15 plus 20 plus 15, which is 70 millimeters. Okay, so for question B, we can see that some sides are missing, but we do know that this side here is 10, because this side is 10, and they're both equal. Because this side is 4, this is 4, that's 4, and that's 4, what's missing are these sides. We don't know how long they are. But what we do know is that if we were to push it up, and that one as well, then the entire length is the same as that 18. So the perimeter of this shape is 10 plus 10 plus 18 plus 18 plus, there's 4 lots of these ones. We can do 4 times 4 if we want. So let's put that into the calculator. 20 plus 36 plus 16 is 72. Okay, let's move on to the last section of this video, which is to work backwards. Find the length of a missing side given the perimeter. So here in question A, it says that the perimeter is 11 centimeters, which means that every single side is going to add to 11. So if we want to find out the missing side, all we need to do is add the 2 known sides. 2 plus 4 is 6. And 6 plus what number equals 11? So 2 plus 4 plus some number is equal to 11. That number has to be 5. Okay, so therefore, missing length is 5 centimeters. Pause the video, have a go with questions B and C yourselves, and when you're ready to check your answers, you can continue the video. Okay, so here we can see in question B, it's a square, so all sides are equal. Therefore, each side is just 20 divided by 4, which is 5, so it's 5 meters. In question C, we can see that these 2 sides are equal, and because the bottom is 12, the top is 12 as well. So, we also know that these 2 sides are equal, because they both have 1 line each. So the perimeter is 38, so technically we've got 12 plus 12 plus a question mark and another question mark, because we don't know what they are, but we do know that they add to 38. So technically we've got 24 plus the 2 unknown sides is 38. Therefore, the 2 unknown sides needs to add to 14, because 24 plus 14 is 38. And therefore, one of these question marks has to be 7. So therefore, missing side is 7 kilometers. Okay. So for today's homework, I want you to work on exercise 10C, questions 1, 3 to 6, 9 and 10, and it's due on Friday next week. And that's it for this video.